Hi, and welcome back to Brizy. Let's dive a little bit deeper into Brizy and see what you can do with this amazing website builder. And the first place you need to stop definitely is at our website. Go to brizy.cloud, and here you will find everything you need to know about Brizy, what you can do with it, how quick, how fast it is, and what it can do for you in terms of building landing pages and websites in a jiffy with no experience needed. This is also where you need to go and sign up for your free account. And of course, if you're a pro user, you're going to access your account also from here. And to do so, go here to the top where you will see account login. Simply click on it, sign up. It's simple. Just give your email address, password, and you're in and you're ready to go. Once you log in, you're going to be greeted with the dashboard. This is where you create your website. And I'm not going to go into detail here in the dashboard. We have a lot of videos on that. But what I want to point out here is that you can create unlimited websites. Not just one. This isn't one website. Here you create as many websites as you want. And you simply do that by clicking here on Create New Project. And that is the word we use for websites. So you click here on this, and you're going to see you're going to have an option between landing pages and pop-ups. Another great feature. But we're going to stick to website, click on Create, and it's going to create your first one, project number 1. And if you want more, you go ahead and create more websites here, but we're just going to focus on this one. Let's change the name first here. So I'll highlight that and I'll call it my first project. And all we need to do from here is click on Edit Project. That's going to take us right into the Brizy Builder. And this is where we're going to start building out our website. It's very clear where you start. Start building your page here. And this opens the block manager. Here you have access to pre-made and pre-designed blocks, free to use for you. All you need to do is swap out the content to give it that personal touch of your website. What I want you to focus on up here is layouts over the tab here. And these are full designed website ideas. You can see categorized here on the left in the sidebar. And you can also scroll through them to have a look. Let's choose food over here. And then you see we've got 4 complete sites. This one is called Flavor, Gourmet, Lavish, Molino. Let's choose Molino and see what we've got here. And you see 6 pages here. This one is homepage, About Us page, menu page, and up to contact page. If I click here on home page, you can have a preview here on the left. And then what we'll do is we're going to import this one. Right? We click on import this layout, and this will bring it in as is with all the images, all the text, and all the styling already applied. Scroll down, you can have a good look at what's going on here. Now, what you will normally do here is you go and change things out, because you're definitely not going to be using this website as is for your own website. Otherwise, we might end up with 100 of websites on the internet that look exactly the same. And how you do this is you simply hover over those content areas like this text up here, and you click on it. And as I do, you will see there's a toolbar with all the options. Here is a button. Here is an image. And again, you see the toolbar with all the settings where you can change your image out. You can have an overlay. You can style it. Over here, again, color options. And then this whole block, your block settings up here, where you have control over your image, where your image is. You can have a video background, a map background. You can add again an overlay. So many options. And all you need to do is click on it. The toolbar pops up here, and all your styling and settings are done from here. Great. And this is how you will go about then bringing in a page from one of those ready-made templates, a full page, and you can load it and you just change out the content. The second option is to use pre-made blocks. So instead of bringing in a page that has been fully designed, you bring in pre-designed blocks and you choose which ones you want on your page. I'll clear out this page. I'll go here to the bottom with this toolbar, click here and select clear layout. And we are back to the screen we had started with. Let's go again to start building your page. Click here. And this time we stick here with blocks. These are pre-designed blocks that you can use similar to the layouts to begin your website building experience. There are over 750 blocks that you can choose from in various categories as well as various styles. You can see the categories here on the left. And let's start here with a hero image. So I click on that and it gives me all the hero blocks that I can choose from to begin building my page. And if I see one that I like, for example, like this one, I simply click on it and it loads in no time. Then to bring in the next block, let's go scroll down. You just click here again on add a new block. So let's load in all our blocks. This time, let's look at a features block. So let's click here on features. And we have a number here. I think I'm going to go for this one. This is a very nice features display because it's got icons and we have a heading with a little bit of a description down here. Let's bring in something else. I'm going to go for hero again. Let's see what we've got here. And look at all these options. You can scroll for eternity. Let's choose this one. Right? And it's nicely building out. We've got 3 blocks in here already. Next, a call to action. Add a new block and you will see CTA here, which is the call to action pre-made blocks. And now I'm going to choose a darker version. You will see here, it says light under styles. And if I click on dark, it's going to give me the dark versions of these blocks. Let's get one where people can subscribe maybe to a mailing list over here. Great, that's what I want. And bring in our team. Everybody that works for me, team here. Let's put it on light. I'll choose this one up here. Then pricing plans. Let's see what we've got here. Pricing. Let's choose the first one. And then finally, let's go for a map with a contact section. Look here for contact and grab this one. And that's it. I've brought in my framework and now I can go ahead and change out the content to what I need for my site. Let's change a few things then on this site for you to see how it works. Here is a text element. Simply click on it and it brings up the toolbar. To select the text, I'm going to highlight it all and then type in my own text. This is where my text goes. And from here, you can make a few styling options. You can change a different font and size if you want. You can change the color over here, alignment. And you can even put it in bold and italics. And always more options available here under settings and more settings. That gives you full control over spacing for your padding and margins and even the positioning. Once you do that, you go through all of these. You simply click on the text wherever you go and you change out the text. Let's change out an image. Image, very easy. Simply click on the image. You go again here to where you see the image icon. And this is where the image thumbnail generates. You can see the delete there. So that's going to be your cue. Click on that. It removes the image. And now you click here on the upload. This is going to open up your Explorer on Windows or the Finder on Mac from where you upload the image to the site. Click on that, grab the image you want to use and select, and it's going to upload it in no time. And over here, you have a few controls. For example, you can zoom on the image and you can grab this blue dot here, which is a position selector, which will place the image and make sure that it doesn't matter who loads the page. This part of the image will always remain in focus. And then you go ahead and change out all these images for the members on your team. When you are designing a page, you usually do so within columns. Columns give you the structure, and you can see we have these blue lines here. And if I hover over here, you see it again, and that is a column. Within this column, we place the content. But I can also move these columns around, and I can also resize them directly here. To do so, I'll go to this column settings up here. I'll click and hold, and then I'll start dragging. The moment I do that, you can see there's almost this framework that appears. These are the lines that indicate where you can go ahead and drop this column. I'm going to move this column to be on the right. And as I move it to the right, you will see that blue line becomes thicker. That's an indication that now it's ready to be placed here. And I simply let go of the mouse, drop it, and this is what's going to happen. Wow, that was super easy. The other super easy thing is how you can resize columns. Go to 2 columns and you will see in between them, there's this handlebar that appears here. This is your resize option. Click and hold, drag it, and look how easy it is to resize the column Without needing to go into sidebars and change the settings over there, simply do the visual styling on the screen in just a few easy clicks. Another on-screen feature is the resizing of the padding for blocks. Here I have a block, and let's say I want to add a little bit more space here at the top and the bottom. As I hover here at the top, you will see that blue bar appears and it says 90 pixels. So currently my padding is set at 90 pixels and I can increase it. Again, click and drag, and look at that, very easy. And I can reduce it, and you have that real-time feedback to where you want it to be. And I'm just going to take it to around 100. And I'll do the same here at the bottom, just increase this one also a little bit to 100. In the event where you need to bring in an additional feature to these pre-made blocks, you just go to the Add Elements options. I have my team here, and let's say I want to add a Contact Us button here, where people can contact us through a form. I'll add a button into this column with this content. To do so, go here to the left, up here where you see the plus. It says Add Elements. And these will give you all the elements that you can use within Brizy to build out your page. And there's quite a number. I'm looking for the button. You see button up here. Click and drag. And again, just like we did with the column, as I'm dragging it, you will see those thick lines appear as I hover over them. And this is where you can drop this element. I'll drop it over here. And you see the button comes in. Like before, to interact and make changes to it, just click on it and you see the options toolbar appear. I'll align it to the left and I can change it to text. Contact us. Let's remove that icon. And I can make it a little bit smaller. Let's go here to the button. Let's make it smaller. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. And I can even add a little bit space here. That's another element. So I go to Elements, look for my spacer, click, drag, drop it here. And now if I click on it, you will see the spacer options appear, but I can just grab this handle here and decrease the space a little bit. Let's go to the sidebar, and under the Add Elements here, where we have added the elements, you will see this folder. If you hover over it, it says Reorder Blocks. Click, and it's going to generate thumbnails of all the blocks that we had brought in earlier. So you can see the hero, the features of here, our call to action, and this one with the teams we had just changed around. What you can do here is to reorder the order of these blocks. For example, if I feel that this call to action, I want to add it to the top, I simply click and drag it to the top. And now if I scroll up here, you'll see it has moved here. Or if I feel later, no, I rather want it here, then I just put it over there. And this is very simple. So it's a very easy way to just throw on a lot of blocks onto your site, change out the content, and then you go and see the order that you want it to appear on your site. The great thing about using these pre-made blocks and layouts is that they come with global styling. And let's pause for a moment here and let me tell you more about global styling. You will notice as I brought in these blocks that they all draw the same color and font. For example, these icons all have this teal color, even the buttons have that color, and then the text all look the same. This is what we mean by global styling. If I click on this text element here and I go to this T for typography, you will see it is set to heading 3. If I go to this one and I click on it, you will see it's also set to heading 3. This is, well, for all intents and purposes, a preset. And this preset applies 28 size, your weight is bold, and line height and letter spacing settings. And then the font, if we scroll down here, is going to be this one, Overpass. This is the preset. That's all done in the global styling options. Again, you find that in the sidebar here. Click on it. And you will see here is the current style called Overpass. You will see the colors. This is the color palette that we're working with here. And here, these are the typography presets. And it starts from paragraph, subtitle, above title, heading 1, and so forth. Now, we saw that this one was heading 3. Let's say we want to make changes to all our heading 3s universally. You're just going to come and do it over here. I click on heading 3. And you see my settings again appear over here. Let's choose a crazy font just to show you how this works. So what is this? Near wave If I click on this, it's going to change all my heading 3s to the same font. Look. And in real time, it updates them all. And this is a very easy way that if you're making a website for a client and they come back later, they tell you they don't like the font, then you don't have to go and click on each and every one and change out the font. You simply come here and you make that font change, and it changes universally to this specific style, which is heading 3. Let's choose Comforta here. And again, here you can also see with the sizing, as I make changes to the size, it's going to affect everything. That is a heading 3. Let's change it to something like medium so you can see how that looks. Same goes for the color styling up here. You can see here that our icon, if I click on it, it's set to this color, this teal color. And as I select the color, you will see it is the third swatch from the left. So all my icons and everything else that uses this swatch can be changed in one go. Again, we go to styling. You see over here, click on it and you can change the color and it updates again in real time. And you'll see now everywhere that color had been used, it is applied the new color. And that was very easy. You take these pre-made blocks, you bring them in, and then you change them up so that your site doesn't look like each and every other site out there on the market. I think by now you're beginning to understand how easy it is to build a web page and your entire website with Brizy Cloud. Not to forget is the importance of also designing for mobile devices, for example, tablets and cell phones. And Brizy gives you full control over that responsive design. To the sidebar on the left, you will see this little display here in the bottom. And this gives you the access to the different displays. Currently, we are in the desktop view, and this is how your design will look on any laptop or computer that you may view it on. If you're sitting with a tablet like an iPad, it's going to look like this. Click on tablet, and you will see your size shrinks a little bit to accommodate for your iPad settings. Now, by default, these pre-made designs are already designed to look good on these different devices, so you don't really need to make many changes. But in the event where you need to, you simply go ahead, like let's choose the text here, and you will see you'll have the options, and here on the right, anything you change here will only reflect on your tablet device. It will not translate through to your desktop or to your cell phone. And this way you can build up a design that is perfect for that specific device. And in this case, it's your tablet. The one that's very important is mobile display. So let's have a look at mobile display. Select your display over here, mobile, and here you have your mobile display then. And you can see whereas these columns were adjacent to each other in desktop view, they are stacked on top of each other in mobile. Here I have these images, and again, look at how easily I can make these changes. Simply click on and I drag the column and I make my team members a little bit bigger. And it's very easy, and then I can maybe leave these 3 just like that. So maybe my CEO and other important people, and then supporting staff over here. You can also hide specific things within the various displays. And that is simply done by disabling that specific block or element. Let me show you how we do that. Let's go all the way to the top. And here I have a video element. Maybe I don't want it to appear on my mobile display. It's inside a column. You can see this blue box. So I click here on the column, and then from the toolbar, you will see the eye appear over here. As I click on it, it's going to disappear. Now it will not display on a mobile device, but don't worry, it's not gone. If I go back here to desktop, you're going to see that my video still appears here. If I go to tablet, it's also still there, but the moment I go to mobile, it's not there. And if you want to bring it back, you simply hide it over here, and you can see it's blurred, indicating that it had been disabled. And then you just go to the column again, click on the column and enable it again, and it's back. Let's make a few more other changes here that will only reflect here. Let's say we want to bring in maybe some kind of a color change. For example, this block here, I go to the settings, I change the overlay, and I give it this little background. Let's change it to that one. Oh, let's keep it dark. Okay, but it's not this one anymore. It's now this one. And then again, if we go to tablet, you're going to see it remains black, and the same for desktop. This is the great part about responsive design, is that for those different devices, you have full control over them, and you can make those changes without worrying that it's going to affect the other displays, making sure that it looks good on tablets and it looks good on mobile devices. Now we have created our first page. It's very important that you save and publish this page. That is all done here in the bottom right. Currently it's a draft, which means you're only working on it. It's not yet published live. Let's see how we can publish it. Click here and select Publish Page. And once you do that, it is now published to the web. And when you share that address with your friends or clients, they will be able to access this page. But of course, you probably don't want to make a website with only one page. Maybe you are making a bigger site and you want numerous pages. Here we have then our home page, but we want to add 2 or 3 or 4 more pages. And to add pages, go to the sidebar on the left where you see this little cog, click on it, and it will open your page manager with your assets, your menus, and your settings for your site here. That page we just worked on, currently editing, is the home page. But you can see I've already created 2 other pages here. I have an about page and I have a contact page. And it's within this screen that you will be creating new pages. For example, click here on add new page. And let's say, well, we are working with our company. We want to have a services page. A new page is created, and this is the 4th one. So the default name is new page 4. Go here to settings and you can make changes here. I'll call this services. And I just give this the same name. And if you have a little bit of a description here for your page, for your SEO, you add it here. SEO is very important. I'll mention it again. And there's a lot online that you can learn about SEO. But it is a good idea to usually give some kind of a description here, what this page is about. And then you just go ahead and you save it. And now you have your new page services. To edit this page, we just click here and it's going to give us again an empty page because we just created it. And then you do the same thing. You go through the whole process of bringing in your blocks, building it out, changing out your content, and then making sure it looks good on tablet and mobile devices. And then if you want to go back to any of the other pages, go to the sidebar, settings, and you select those pages that you want to edit. So let's say we want to go back to home page. And then it takes us back to the home page and we can make those changes again. I mentioned SEO. Let me show you more. Go to settings again. And we had that option here within the settings of the page to give it SEO description over here. But we also have SEO for your entire site. Now, SEO is very important because when people are searching for a service like, let's say, roof cleaning or car repair, they are going to type that into Google. And you are basically telling Google through your SEO, hey, this is what my site is about. Please, when people search for this, recommend my site. And you do that over here under settings. You will see there's your site title. You can give your site a title, a little bit of a description, and also add a favicon. And a favicon is that little image up there in the browser tab that you see up here. And also social sharing, which is very important if you're sharing on things like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Let's talk about one of the super features within Brizy. I'll go back to assets where my pages are. I'll go to my contact page and click on edit page to load my contact page. I've already designed this page previously, so you can see these are also made with the pre-made blocks. And what you see here is the form element. Well, we can basically call it a form builder because with this, you can build powerful forms through which people can contact you and you can collect a lot of information. You can add and remove fields and simply click on any of these open areas and then select from the type here all the various fields that you want to add and customize it 100% to your liking. If you are in the marketing business, we have a bunch of integrations that come in Brizy Pro that will help you push your leads to different popular systems like MailChimp, Campaign Monitor, and more. And you do that from the button here, and then you click here on the plug and you just select apps and you will see the options over here and you simply set them up by clicking on them, bringing in the keys that are necessary, perhaps your API key, and in no time, you've set up that integration for your form within Brizy. The problem we have currently is we've got 3 pages, but we have no way for anyone to access the different pages. They don't have a menu and a header yet. Let's go and create that. We go to our settings option again. And remember, we saw the menus tab here at the top previously. Click on that and we create a new menu. From here, I'll just say create new menu and I will call this one main menu. Add it and then make sure it is selected. Now I have my main menu. I'll select the pages that I want to add here from the left sidebar and click add to menu. And I'll just grab my services and put that above contact. So we have home, about, services and contact, and then click on save changes. Next, let's close out here and let's go to the top of this page. Now, what's important to remember is that currently I am on the contact us page. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a header here. Now you would think, why don't you add the header on the home page? But I actually want that header to appear on each and every page. So I can add it anywhere. And then with a very cool feature called block conditions, I'm going to assign it to all my pages in one click. Let me show you how to do that. For that, we have to bring in a header block. And you can do that by scrolling to the bottom of the page where it says add a new block, or between blocks. Like this one, you will see the plus appears. Click on that and it will open the block manager again. From your blocks tab, you will see header here on the left. Click on header and these are pre-made headers that you can use on your site. But more importantly, these are header blocks. They have a special feature as well to assign your menus and how the header will display like sticky headers. Let's choose a simple one here. I'm going to go for this first one. Click on it. The first thing we have to do is move it to the top. So we go to reorder blocks, grab the menu, drag it to the top. And the next thing we have to do is bring in the menu that we've created. Hover over this menu element and then go to the settings, options over here. And from menu drop down, there is the main menu that I've created. So when I select it, you're going to see there's my home, my about page, services and contact. The only thing I'll do here is currently I'm just going to align it to the right. So I click here on the align and there I have my header. The problem I have at this very moment is that this block only appears on this page. I need it to appear on each and every page across my site. I'll go to the header block, click here on the options, go all the way to the left. And then here where it says make it global, I select make it global. This is a special kind of block within Brizy. That means I can use this block now across my site, and any changes I make to this block will automatically also update on those blocks. Hover over it again and now you will see that little blue icon appears there at the top, which indicates that it is a global block. Click on the blue icon and there you have an option. Where do you want to display it? Currently it is set to the page on which I have brought it in on, which is the contact page. But remember, I want to display this on all the pages across my site. So I include it on all, not just one page. And when I select all, you see it removes that selection there because now it's going to be applied to all my pages. Click on save and then we close out. Now we've set up everything. Let's go and see how this website will look to a visitor. We go here to the bottom, make sure that you save your page. And next to the update button, you will see this preview option. Click on preview, it's going to open up a new tab in your browser and it's going to show your page as it will display. So this is the contact page, everything that we've designed here. And from here, if I click now on home page, it's going to take me to the home page. And you will see that the header is already applied here to the top. So this is the home page that we had worked on earlier. And there is that global block that has the condition to appear on all my pages at the top, which is my header with my menu. Let's close the preview. Let's go back to our Brizy builder, update it just for good measure. And now we're going to exit the website. We're going to go back to the dashboard because there are a few things that you can do in the dashboard as well, which we need to have a look at. To do that, go here to the bottom left-hand corner and click on this icon, click on Go to Dashboard, and it takes us back into the project dashboard. And this is where we all started. We are going to quickly go through the publish options. Now, what is that all about? You will see down here, I have this website address, my URL. Currently, it says blackcurrent339.189 dot something else. Click on that, or it may just say publish. Click on publish in that event. You're going to have these options. Now, what does publish mean? Publish means how do you present your site online where people can find it? And you have a few options here. The first one is a free option, the subdomain. And this is a Brizy subdomain, which you can use unlimited websites. The only thing is, if you click here on choose, it's going to use this extension .brizy.site. But you have the option here to add in your own name. So if I add first project Brizy, I click on submit. And if the name is not taken, it will say done. And now you will see it updates here to first project brizy.brizy.site. To view it again, you click here on the preview and it's going to open up. And the moment it loads my site, it's going to give me this URL, first project brizy.brizy.site. And this is the link that you are going to be sharing with your friends and your customers. Let's close this. You have other options as well. Click again here on the URL. You can add a free custom domain. That's great. So if you have a custom domain that you've procured somewhere else, you simply bring it in here and you follow the instructions, for which we also have a video how to set up the different domains. This is great because it means that you can create this site in no time. And if you are doing a quick draft for a client, you can share this link with them immediately and tell them, give me feedback. What do you think? Where do you want changes? It's real time and it's quick. And this is a great way for doing mockups and then turning those mockups into real websites by bringing in the custom domain later. So to recap, Brizy Cloud has a lot to offer. Free hosting, free SSL, free CDN, free linking of your custom domain. And you can start for free today with our free forever account. No credit card needed and no strings attached. Simply go to brizy.cloud and sign up from there. Everything that we've shown you in this video, how to bring in the layouts, the pre-made blocks, changing the styling, changing your content, global styling, headers, header blocks, global content is just the tip of the iceberg. We have features like pop-ups, triggers, SEO options, lead generations. And to learn more about these features, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and also check out our website. We have extensive documentation on the website and then also a great Facebook community where you can join up and people are willing to help you if you run into any obstacles or things you are not 100% sure of. Check Brizy out today at brizy.cloud.